Oh, she is? Oh, I think that's because it probably started the next one.
Let her go.
No, I would shut it down because I think it's the next one started. We didn't grab it in time. Hey. We're there. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Live at Lunch with Missy and Ummy.
Hello.
I was like, she's definitely here.
Yeah.
Happy Memorial Day, everyone, and happy Monday. So we're excited to be here with you today. Sorry about Colleen going over and then starting again. So hopefully everybody, once she ended the first time, said, that's enough exercise for me. So apologies for that. But here we are with Live at Lunch. And first of all, I wanted to give people a little bit of an update on what's happening at the takeaway table, because I know, you just restocked a whole bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did. And if you haven't seen the rocks, the painted rocks that people have been creating, they're amazing.
Yeah. I feel like I'm learning about especially some of our members who maybe I didn't have a chance to get to know as well, how creative and clearly hilarious they are.
Yeah.
There's just some really, really creative rocks, people who are using the rocks, looking at them, and then deciding what the rock should be painted based on
the shape.
On the shape of the rock, which is past my ability. So mine is the swirl. If you see the swirl, that's me. And somebody said, "Oh, well, that's very lovely." And I was like, "Oh, well, that was me." I felt really good about myself. But
and by swirl, she means the spiral.
A spiral.
Yeah.
See, and somebody's not a visual artist, and it's me, and that's okay. Or everybody's an artist.
Everybody is an artist.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, but we encourage you to come down. All the paints are restocked. So if you've been down and said, "Oh, I wanted, yellow," or there was a color missing, and if that happens, just come and holler at us in the room. We'd love to refill them. If we didn't realize that you were missing a color that you needed or a supply that you needed, that's what we're here for. We want to make sure that you can make whatever your heart desires. So moving on to Memorial Day today. So we have this afternoon, we have a bunch of different things based on Memorial Day. I know there's a lot of people in the building who served and who probably served with people who they lost. And so I want to give my condolences to everybody who might be mourning somebody. I think some of you know this, my father served in the National Guard for 30 plus years, and he was deployed twice while I was a child, and then again in college. He was a Chinook pilot. So the Chinooks are the big, the biggest helicopter, the one with the two blades. So that's a lot of my childhood, is remembering those things, and I can. So I identify with everybody who might have been a military spouse or a military family member, and how difficult that is. And so I just want to acknowledge that and thank everybody for their service, whether in the home front or abroad. So we have a couple different exciting things today to watch. The first is we're going to start a 3-part documentary starting today called 5 Came Back. And it is about the artists and filmmakers that were pulled into World War II and how they shaped the war and those stories. And it's a really well-reviewed and beloved documentary series. We're going to watch the first one today, the second one tomorrow, and the third one on Wednesday. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. You don't have to wait in between. And they're only an hour. So it's a nice little chunk of your day. So whether you are a Hollywood buff, a military buff, a filmmaker buff, I think that they will they'll suit. Yeah. I think that they'll interest a lot of people. At 3:00, we do have our moment of remembrance. That's a nationwide activity. And so here at the Canyon, we will all stop for a moment of silence at 3:00. If you would like to, you could turn on channel 77. We have, we have 4 short pieces from the 4 branches of the military where people serve overseas, focusing on each one. It'll take about 5 minutes, and the moment of silence would be incorporated there as well. So if you want to be alone in your apartment at that time, totally fine. If you'd like to join us on channel 77, you can do that as well. And then immediately following, we have the classic A Bridge Too Far. So that one is a great military movie that is beloved.
Sean Connery, Michael Caine.
You can't, everybody who's anybody is in the Gene Hackman. They're all in this movie. I mean, so whether you like military movies or whether you like to look at men in military movies, it's the movie for you. So tune in and enjoy that as well. And we were talking about what kind of what we should show after Live at Lunch today, because usually on Mondays we've been showing the Some Good News, but that's ended now. And you were just sharing with me that maybe it's like picked up and is a show that will be a real show.
Yeah. I think John Krasinski sold it.
Okay.
And he's no longer going to be hosting. So
maybe it'll be his
see what
kids. His daughters or something. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens there. But we were trying to think of what we should show for today. And so we did one of my favorite genres of videos, which is watching pets react to their soldiers when they return home from being deployed. So it might cause a tear or two. It's just, they're just so joyful. There's really nothing like watching anybody come home from being abroad. So anyway, so that's what we're going to watch this afternoon, right after this. And then of course, followed by 5 Came Back at 1 o'clock. And we just wish you a thoughtful and I don't know, I guess we could say a happy Memorial Day, but also we just want to honor and remember all those folks who gave their lives. So thank you so much for joining us at Live at Lunch today, and keep your chin up. Makes us look better. Okay. All right. See you later. If I can press the end button. Okay. There we go.